Adamantium Shadow Poo!
Hello and welcome to the Bronze Age Monsters Shadow Show. This is a show we make every other week for our loyal patrons, pack members, and star gods. And throughout this season of the Shadow Show, we have been going through Hellrider #1 and talking about the interconnected stories, the world that Friedrich has created and has told. We've done Hellrider. We've done the Butterfly. Now it's we're going to cover the third story, the Wild Bunch, about the biker gang, and then it just all kind of ties together with the Hellrider story at the end.
And yeah, we've already met the Wild Bunch, so we're just going to dive right in and then kind of plow through the last chapter, which is where this whole story comes to a close. So we have a lot of ground to cover, and we're just going to try and make a pretty quick work of it.
Yeah. So, and the art is great. And, and like we say, we've been introduced again, but we get a whole 3 pages.
Yeah.
3 pages to introduce these characters again. It's a great opening page of just introducing the Wild Bunch. And yeah, it just goes and talks about every one of them. Every one of them gets a couple panels. Animal, Slinker, Deke, Curly. And finally, there's the beauty among the beasts, Ruby. And
is Curly the face of the Wild Bunch? Like A-Team?
Curly is the face of the Wild Bunch. He's so pretty.
He's a pretty boy.
He's a pretty boy. It distracts him. And so, yeah, I love it. I love that after this was so great. It was almost just like a A-Team kind of thing, this intro. And then at the end, it's and if you still think you're up to it, you're cordially invited to ride on with them. The run begins on the very next page.
As they're looking at you, holding their liquor and shot glasses and stuff. Are you? It's almost like Choose Your Own Adventure. Are you? Do you want to join us?
But Matt, you can see what they're drinking at the bottom of that panel. It's called Rot
It's
Gut.
The finest Rot Gut. It's got 2 T's.
It's a bottle that says Rot Gut 2 T's. So
3 T's total.
That is amazing.
It's like Babar the elephant.
Gut. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. So we were tripping out both offline about how bad the writing is. There was some goofy writing with Hellrider, the first section, hip talk, but man, I'm just trying to grab a couple out of here. So if you recall, Marion Michaels gave them the boots, the heroin laden boots, and said, "Get these to Brick Reese out in L.A." So they're blasting across the desert, and he says, "Yeah, do they trust Marion? There's no reason she'd send us on a bummer. Everything's just a little off. Ned Flanders wrote it.
Yeah, but before that, the whole thing. So he's thinking, after all, we've been uptight with her for years now.
I missed that. Yeah, that's not what that means."
That's not what that means. No one says that.
We've been tight with her.
Now, uptight is a totally different thing to bikers and hippies. Uptight is bad. And of course, there's no reason to think she'd send us on a bummer. And then what is a couple of the other ones. Well, then there's. She
never bummed us before. That means something
very
different.
She never bummed us before. Oh my God. I forgot about that. It's so weird and dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, she never bummed us.
It's a heavy scene.
It's a heavy scene. Yeah, there's a bunch of this in the beginning. I'm just trying to skim through and find some more. They say rap. They mean to say things like rap with her, but they say it rap into me or something. It's just everything's just off. Just Kmart brand version of how anybody would say anything at this point in time.
Yeah, it is. It's so funny. It is. It's like the Flanders doing that. The hippie, when they're trying to say the dangers of drugs.
Yeah, totally.
It's oh man, my pants are on fire. Stop, drop, and roll, man. And Wiggum's telling them about the California cheeseburger that they're gonna eat. Oh man.
Okay, so back to the story. So they pulled over. They're kind of wait. This errand doesn't make any sense. And then this car almost clips them out in the desert. It turns out this car contains the Claw. And his kitty men get out, and they hold them at gunpoint and say, "Give us the boots." And no way, man. And so they start fighting. I love at one point, like, I love that consistently there's this heightened violence through the whole thing. Like, these kitty cat guys get their teeth kicked out or kicked out of helicopters or something. They're just disposable. Deke breaks somebody's hand or somebody's arm, like kicks some teeth out. And we discover that the claw has like James Bond type of device, extending arm like Inspector Gadget.
Inspector Gadget arms. That's right.
So he pulls the boots in.
Yeah.
What?
Oh my God. I know. And again, I just have to point this out, like we pointed out many times before. They've invested in a helicopter, henchmen, cars, futuristic tech for however much heroin. Yep. Barely enough heroin to cover the gas they've used for the car. So again, it's hard to kind of take this seriously because we know the stakes are wildly exaggerated.
Yeah. So the battle continues. Some more faces are stomped in. Some teeth are punched out. Then we go to Vegas, cut back to Vegas. And Ruby of the Wild Bunch hung behind with Marion and is kind of catching up to speed. There's some other really bad stuff in here. I don't know what this was. God, I should have taken notes and just...
Well, that bottom panel is just the intro to a porno.
Yeah, totally.
Well, I guess it's just us together. And it's like, too bad. Shame to waste all of this. And then, yeah.
Oh, boy. So they're just hanging out. And then I didn't quite understand what Slink does. He pulls his bike into like a Roadrunner version of like a cave and they don't see him.
Yep. They don't see him.
God. Gibberish. So the guys keep attacking the claw, smash up his car, it crashes, but then the helicopters come in. The commune has sent the claws back up. So he's got a helicopter dudes, and there's a bunch of them. It's like when Spectre attacks.
Yeah, it is. It's like it's so crazy. Again, there's paratroopers, a dozen maybe or more. Just like, secure the heroin.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's just fucking ridiculous.
So Slink takes off. That whole thing happens. He escapes. The rest of the guys have been captured by the commune. They're tied up to stakes out in the middle of the desert. We're led to believe that they've been there for a while. I do like that I don't like it, but I mean, there's like some modern stuff in here too, where these guys are like fascist, like white nationalist, drug dealing, rich asshole weirdos. Hail America and hail to the claw, he who will save it. And he looks all just proud of himself in the foreground while that's happening.
Yeah, a single tear. Like, so weird.
Oh, and then the next panel, Animal says, "Come on, Slink. Without you, we've had the meat." That is not a thing.
No one's ever said that,
meat?
not one person.
Animal? Is that what you're saying?
We've had the meat.
And Deke thinks, fascist nut. It is their poison that corrupts this country, and only old Slink can hope to stop them. So, wow.
Oh, man. And then, we reach the final chapter with Hail Rider. And so, we're back to where we left Hail Rider. He's still in the little cell.
Months ago.
He's been in there for more than 24 hours.
Months for us, though.
And months for us. And, his strength returns like now, and he busts out. And he goes. They're about to inject Julie Storm with poison or heroin.
Lethal dose of heroin.
Who knows? Lethal dose of heroin. And but then he comes. He crashes through, kicks one of the guys in the throat, who accidentally shoots another kitty cat man in the throat. Ka-chock.
I love that.
Oh, man. So funny. And then, they're just like, one false move, the girl gets it. But he's distracted, and then, kills another kitty cat man.
What was that distraction? Julie just goes,
huh? Yeah, it was a sexy moan that distracted him. And then, too bad, because he's dead now. And then Hell Rider, pulls the chains out of the concrete wall. And but she's in bad shape. She's fainted.
She's OD'd.
And so then Yeah, he gets on his bike and rides to the nearest hospital.
I love that he's in this leather getup with like a pitchfork on it and stuff like that. And the guy's like, "Yeah, just stick around. The cops can have some questions for you." Hey, you, where you going?
They're gonna hunt you down like a dog. That doc is mad.
Yeah. Wow. So Slink has made it to Vegas. And he just busts in and he says, "Hey, we got big trouble. You know, we got jumped by these guys in the cat suits. The rest of the guys have been captured." And Marion obviously knows all what's up. And she catches him up and she realizes their lives are on the line. We gotta go in there. And then, Ruby's like, "Well, what's up with these boots?" And she starts checking them out and she pulls the lining out of the inside of the boots. Get a load of this. And a bunch of tiny baggies of heroin fall out. Just like a
tiny baggies
that you would get a gram of weed in.
Yep.
And then
not even full baggies.
No, they're not even full. And then she says, Slink's like, "Whoa, is that what I think it is?" And she says, "Well, no, soon enough. It won't take but a sniff or two to tell the tale." As she opens up one of the bags, pours it into her hand and goes, "Yeah, when you were talking about horsing around, you didn't know how right you were. This is 100% pure heroin."
She just snorted pure heroin.
Have you seen Pulp Fiction?
Cut. Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. Yeah, I was a little shocked by that, but tickled, obviously.
God.
And then, they call up Brick, let him know what's going down. Puts on his little outfit with the trident. And it's just like, all right, let's go.
There's something weird in this. I love seeing his Malibu pad, by the way.
It's Buck Cowan all over again.
He says he has some plan to get around the police. I don't know if I ever actually saw what that was, but it was weird.
I don't think we do.
Okay. And then we cut back to the desert. These dudes apparently have been tied up to stakes in the desert for days.
Yep.
And Curly has like basically almost degloved his hands to get out of their binds. Like he sees gross wrists.
So gross.
And there's a weird moment here where up to this point, Jacob, it's been the Claw and his Catman henchmen, but they all kind of are like, "Yeah, dude, we're partners. What the fuck?" He's like, "Just give me 24 hours. I can fix this. I swear." It's like, wait, are they all equals? Why?
Yeah, they're not henchmen anymore. Well, they saw the sheer amount of heroin.
Yeah.
And we're just like, "We want in, man. We want to cut."
So he begs for a second chance and like, "Fine, this is your last chance. We are all gathered here living like paupers in order that we can build an army." It's so weird, but we cannot achieve our goal without the funds from drug sales. So for the sake of the cause and yourself, recover the heroin and return it here immediately. So he's getting dressed down by his henchmen.
Over a dozen dime bags of heroin.
Oh, man. So then, he's taken off in the chopper. And Animal, Deke, and Curly are like, "Well, we got to get out of here, man. There's still a cult of psycho cat candymen." But you know what? The compound is on a weird island of land that's got chasms all around it. It's just a freestanding column in the desert.
Wow, how would you get across
helicopters?
That chasm? Yeah.
Oh, you mean how would you get across that without a helicopter? I thought you meant how would you build it?
Without a helicopter, how would you do that? And then all you hear is a bunch of broom, broom, broom. And they Duke Boy jump that chasm and they're all over. I like it lands. "We're clear, you psycho busting fools." And oh my God.
So the Claw has made it quickly to Vegas in his chopper. Just kicks the door open. It's Grand Central Station in Marion Michaels' room. Mm-hmm. "Save the hysterics, my pretty one. There's no one to help you." And Slink is supposed to be ugly. He looks very normal to me. They repeatedly say how ugly he is, but he just looks like a dude in a stocking cap. But what's a knife going to do against the Claw, right? So he uses this new power he has. What else happens here? I'm trying to remember how this ends before the big reveal. I don't think that.
Yeah, well, they're still looking for
Ruby.
They're still looking for the boots. Ruby's knocked out. Then like, oh, they were just stalling. And then Hell Rider comes in to shoot full power to his rockets.
Oh my God.
Then he comes in, smashes in, drives over the Claw, and then reverse rockets. And then like, oh, it works. I love he's testing out some experimental shit with his bike.
So
at this crucial juncture.
Did I read this right? He just set up a ramp, ran up the ramp, and then hit rockets once he was more or less vertical and flew up a skyscraper?
That's right.
Okay. I had to read that twice. Yep. It's like, I'm sure I'm not reading it the right way.
Nope. But then they're like, who is that? And then he's like, oh, are all of you okay? And they're like, sure, handsome, thanks to you. And then, all right, let's find out who's behind this mask. And then he's unmasked, and it's Uncle Dick, but why? What would he want with heroin? And yeah, his answer is fucking ridiculous. He's like, could have used that stuff, all that heroin, to lure followers, to build my empire, to rule the country, and maybe the world.
God.
Yeah.
So,
but,
question.
Meddling kids got in the way.
A couple panels before that, Marion's thinking, I know him. We met when I was making like the butterfly. Did I miss something? They met?
She wasn't around.
Didn't her adventure happen when Reese was imprisoned?
I don't think he was around for that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a little weird.
Isn't this his first outing as Hell Rider?
I think so.
Because he had the
right?
gear and he just kind of put it away, right? And he's like, "Nah, I'm gonna join my uncle's business, and I'm not gonna do that shit." And then
I don't think so.
Julie Storm gets kidnapped, and he's like, "All right, I have it. I got to use it."
Yep.
Okay, so that's just an editorial error.
So, and again, at the end, they're just like, "Oh, I recognize him. He was running a psycho right-wing group out in the desert." And then final panel, the Wild Bunch is like, so that's it, fellow. We stopped a bunch of loonies who could have put this country into a civil war. Right, now you better split, Hell Rider, man. The law's on the lookout for you. And then Hell Rider's driving away. Bye-bye. And he says, yeah, so I heard. You people hang in there, and maybe we'll get together again sometime. And then we've got final narration. You can bet your black leathers they will. The Hell Rider, the Butterfly, and the Wild Bunch take to the trail again next issue against the most bizarre villains of all. So don't miss it.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yep. I am going to read the second issue. I'm curious where they go with it.
I'm going to read it. I forgot to, but I'll read it just because this was just so goofy.
Yeah.
This was this whole issue. I mean, final thought in it here is goofy as shit. Entertaining, but pretty dumb.
The first installment, I mean, you and I were like, this is like Russ Meyer, like this is just crazy, like just violent and sexy. Butterfly was like, art's a little weird, but I'm enjoying it, I guess. And Wild Bunch, the last two chapters were just silly. Like the extending claw, like the rocketing up in a bike up a sheer skyscraper. Like it's just, whatever was going on at the start, they just decided to veer into cartoonishness. Like it's almost like Russ Meyer like worked with Hanna-Barbera to make a cartoon rather than a exploitation film by the end of it.
Yeah, it's just it's pretty dumb.
Yeah.
But I had fun talking with you about it.
Yeah.
I liked the first chapter was the best. I was disappointed in the Butterfly. Like I think you were. We were like, oh man, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
But it was just very slight. And then, the Wild Bunch in the final chapter are pretty disappointing.
Yeah. If they weren't so stupid, I would have been I'd give them a thumbs down. But they were so dumb, they were entertaining. And the art, I thought, in this last two chapters here were fun. It was great.
Yeah, the art's great.
So, nothing will live up to that first installment, but I enjoyed it as a whole. But it's definitely popcorn nonsense.
It is absolute nonsense, but fun. I'm glad we did it.
Me too.
So up next on the Shadow Show, we got Monarch Skystalker.
Finally.
Yeah, finally.
This is Chaykin,
so we got some Chaykin. Yeah, we got some Chaykin Star Wars bizarrity.
I'm here for it.
And... Yeah. And this was just reprinted in the Lost Marvels Fantagraphics thing with Chaykin. I think it's in that Chaykin collection.
Sweet. I went to Floating World to pick up the whatever that Chamber of Chills, Tower of Shadows, whatever it was, thing, and it was already out of print. They said they couldn't get any more. So, and I went to Fantagraphics site and it's out. So if you see those Lost Marvels guys, pick them up.
Yeah, I'm having the library get them right as they're released.
Good.
So we have volume 1 and 2.
Sweet.
So I'm just gonna continue.
Yeah, I think I'm probably when we're wrapping up the show here, I think I'm going to get out of the comics game and try and put some money away to do some different things with my allowance, kind of store it up and maybe buy some more grown-up things. I'll still read stuff here and there, but just trying to slow down my ordering. I'm going to get the Solomon Kane omnibus. I want to get those Lost Marvels and then try and just read stuff digitally after that. And I don't have to have a copy of it.
Nope.
So
yeah, it's totally fair.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, yeah, this was fun talking about Hellrider.
That was.
And so, yeah, at the end, as we always say,
never put you on a bummer, man.
No, it's never a bummer. It's always Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Oh.
And that's a Shadow Show.
That is a Shadow Show.
Special.
I've been uptight with you for years, Matt.
I've been uptight with Jacob for decades.
Decades now.